Alright, let's see what I got today. I got these in the mail from China. These are 8-pin dip sockets. I think you can buy this many, which is about 200 for $2. I counted all of my ICs the other day, and I have around 400, but most of them aren't 8-pin. But I do have 100 555 timers that I got off eBay for $2. This, which is special because it means that something more special is coming. Some P6100 100 megahertz oscilloscope probes. Because I went onto eBay and I was the winning bidder on a very nice professional oscilloscope for very, very cheap. So that's cool. Op amp, signal processing, variable gain, blah 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 blah. But more of op amp, circuit collections, MOSFET as a switch. What is this? Ken Stone's modular. This is the inside of a TL, no, not a TL074, an LM741, because I really wanted to figure out how an op amp worked, because I figured if I knew how to do that, then I could understand this stuff more. Some more Jameco receipts, Mauser receipts, 555 voltage controlled oscillator, 1 volt per octave, more MOSFETs. Ooh, I did find I could figure out how to do the NMOS. So that's N-channel depletion mode. N-channel depletion mode transistor comparator. Now I guess maybe I can try to explain this to you. VCC right here. As you can see, there's a feedback loop right here, there's a feedback loop right here. If you were to close these, you'd also have a feedback loop right here and a bigger one right there. And the gates of those two MOSFETs are closed. You have your reference, and you have your input voltage. And the gate right here is connected right there, and the gate right here is connected right there. So you have these are the two things you can control. These are always closed, like a switch, they're always closed. These ones are open at first. That's why they aren't as dark. That's when you just put a positive voltage through them, they will close. So you put 5 volts in there and that closes that. What happens when this closes now also includes this part of the circuit. And you would think it would go to this ground right here. However, this is the gate, this is the source, this is the drain, and in this enhancement mode, it's not really going to go that way. This feedback is going to give it enough juice to push it up through here, and now it's right here. So this is, you have whatever voltage you have is just chilling right here, because you still haven't done anything with the VN. This right here is just making this output high. And what you're going to want to do eventually is just close this, so have the output go to ground. A transistor can be a switch or it can be an amplifier. Right here, the reference, this is always going to be the amplifier. This right here is going to be a switch. And this can be either a switch or an amp. If it's a switch, your output is low. If it's an amp, your output is high. Anyway, so I figured that comparator out. So this is from the patent office. You can see right here, 4812681. And that's how I figured it out. I had to read through this whole thing like The second cascaded inverter pair controls the voltage VB and therefore regulates the switching threshold of the first cascaded inverter. Understanding basic analog ideal op amps. I have a lot of amp amps, so I'm just really trying to get into that stuff, you know. Whoa, my bank account statements. I was matching transistors today, so I got all these transistor data sheets out. I don't think any of these are all 2N3904s. I think that's on semiconductor. But as you can see on some of these are the ones I did yesterday, and I thermally bond them by using a hot glue gun. This one kind of looks ugly, but these are 4 NPN, 4 PNPs. First you go to diode mode on your multimeter, not the beeping kind, just the regular old kind. So I have these set up so that the black one's going to be touching the collector, but I'm using a breadboard, so I kind of just stick it into the row. So this one right here, this first NPN, okay, let's see what its thermally bonded buddy says. There you go, nice. The next one, 606, okay, thermally bonded buddy. This guy, the one that's kind of ugly looking, 615, 616, thermally bonded buddy. Yep, that was it. Last but not least, this one, 663, 663. Okay, so those were all the NPNs. We can do the PNPs too. Base in the emitter, where you touch them with the common ground. And then the collector is the red one. Uh-oh. Base emitter. Oh, maybe that's an NPN. Shit. 586. 586. Okay, I guess I'll just put that back on the NPN side. Now for PNP, 604. 604. 599. 600. 611. 611. 618. 618. Alright, there you go. All these are all 2N3904s too, so the way you match them is you're just gonna, I have the base and emitter in one row, and in the row behind it, collector. Flat face forward, the two on the left, since the rows are connected, you put that one in there, and you put that one in there, and you should get a number. 604. And then you can move this on down to, and move this one on down to, and you get another number. 606. Okay, so we know that these two guys are going to be our thermally bonded brethren. I'm going to use some super glue. So I kind of like bending them a little bit that way so that when you push them together, they're like flat, like that. I do have my glue gun. Let's heat that baby up. I got these two guys super glued right there, but that is not good enough for me as far as thermal bonding goes. I put 3 leads, each in their own little space apart on this breadboard, so that they are, you know, I mean, you can see what it looks like. That's fine. And I got my glue gun that I stole from an ex-girlfriend. And I basically just go kind of give it a little gumption, and then put it on top, and then kind of just swirl it around. Like that a few times, and that's it. You don't want to get it on the leads, ideally. I mean, it's not really going to matter if it gets on the leads. Something you don't want to do. But the whole spinning around thing makes it look a lot smoother. This one is the one that I did not spin around. Kind of looks like shit. This one looks like a nice little thermally bonded transistor. And then we'll give it maybe 20 minutes, and then we'll test the VBE again on both of those guys, and hopefully they're exactly the same. Yeah, the whole idea of thermally bonding these things is, if it's really cold in this room, you want both those transistors to have a higher VBE, because cooling it down raises the base emitter voltage. Heating it up cools it down. Power dissipation, you can look in the data sheets. Like some of these, like I got a transistor data sheet right here. That on this guy, the transconductance, you have 55 degrees negative, 25 positive, 125 positive, like just going from 1 microamp to 10 microamps. Sort of an idea of how important temperature is.